Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome. We are going to give it some time for people to come in. I'm so happy to be here with you all. I am a little bit late for the new moon and Cancer reading. It's been such a day, and part of the energetics for today is slow and steady wins the race and getting things done in divine time. We had a beautiful and interesting sextile of Saturn sextile Mars today, and Mars is in the sign of Taurus while Saturn is in the sign of Pisces. And it's letting me know that the notifications are just now going out there. So we're going to give it some time for people to come in. It seems to be a little bit of a lag, and we're talking about this Saturn sextile Mars energy and lag. This energy can bring a little bit of like a slow and steady energy. Some delays for some people actually may have occurred today, or it may have felt as if, yeah, you're on the journey, you're gonna get to your destination, but there might be some traffic, or you're gonna get done with your task, but it might take you a little bit longer than you anticipated, right? So this energy is really tapping into the patience, having patience. So let's make sure that it goes out there, because I'm not seeing anyone coming in. So I just want to make sure, please bear with me, make sure that it's all working good. And we'll see, because I usually will have someone coming in by now. And one moment, just bear with me. Just to see, I should have brought my other phone with me. There we go. Okay, it seems as if it's going out now. Awesome. Hello, welcome, Yellow Soul. Can you hear me well? I just want to make sure that the platform is working good. I'm not seeing any comments. It's actually not even showing me if anyone else jumped in, or if anyone else, if he left. I might have to start this over. Let's see here. I'm really hoping I don't have to start this over. So if somebody can leave a comment, let me know that it's working, that you can hear me well. I will get started. Hello. Hi, I'm not even sure if we ever met before. Synth Komara June 69. Seth. Hello. All right, comments are working. Awesome. All right, welcome everybody. For those of you are watching the replay, please bear with me. As I mentioned, this energy calls for a little bit of like patience, right? Hello, welcome, Raymel, welcome. I did have to send out some, the notifications to others, because it seems to have been having a little bit of a lag, and I just wanted to make sure before I went into the full-blown reading and like IG not be working. So great. All right. I wasn't sure if I had to start this over. So for those of you that's tapping in, cool. Thank you. Welcome for joining me in this space. I am going to be getting into the new moon and Cancer readings. And I was saying, yes, I know that happened earlier today. The new moon happened at 6:57 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we also had Saturn sextile Mars today, and I mentioned how that energy was gonna ask us to tap into our patience, right? And how that can look like you being on the journey, you being on your way to your destination, but perhaps, there's red lights or there's traffic and it's taking you a little bit longer than you anticipated. Having your patience throughout the day today is one of the main energies. I did do a specific prayer before laying down this space. So that's why I've been having problems with my IG in general. So I just wanted to assure that I was good to be able to get these messages out to you. And on that note, I'm just going to take a sip because homegirl's already flowing. Give me one moment. I said a sip, but I took some gulps. All right, y'all. So this energy is so beautiful, but it's really asking you to take your time. Breathe into the moment. Observe. And although normally the summertime is about fast action and just wanting to get a lot of things done, today's energy specifically, and this energy is gonna happen for a while, but it's a contribution of Saturn in retrograde, right? I mentioned about Saturn sextile Mars, but I didn't mention Saturn retrograde, right? And so that's where the patience comes in and the slowing down. And Mars is in detriment when it's in Taurus and it takes its time. It's really slow paced. If you really look at where your energy levels was back in like April, right? How it was in the beginning of the year versus like where it's at now, it's like all this heightened information that you have flowing through you. But perhaps the energy levels is, having you in a space where you're like, whoa, I need to slow down from how I was moving. Whereas in the beginning of the year, it was like, go, 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 go. I had to go. I gotta go. I gotta go. And now it's like today's activations with Saturn sextile Mars, not only is it about patience, but with Saturn in retrograde is about responsibilities and what are you responsible for? How are you utilizing the information that is being poured into you in a responsible way? How are you using your energy responsibly? And are you being productive with your emotion, with your actions that is in alignment with your integrity, your quote unquote reputation? Give give ourselves patience and grace. Yes, welcome, welcome. Hello, Gina J, God on Earth, So Awakening with Sandra, Nature Wolf, welcome, welcome. Saint Jose, welcome, everyone. Thank you. The Black Latina Barbie, welcome. So if for those of you that's coming in, if I don't say your name, welcome. I'm sorry. I just don't want to lose any of the transmissions that come through before I pull out any cards. And so, yeah, so responsibility. Thank you. So this energy is really asking you to use your discernment as to what it is that you are responsible for during your journey, right? We spoke about how you could be on your way to your destination, but there may be some delays throughout your journey today or even in the next few weeks, especially with Saturn in retrograde. And while Mars is in Taurus, we're going to be feeling this energy. Well, with it on sextile today specifically, it just amplifies that energy, right? They're just like really taking a to make sure that the actions you are taking is in direct alignment with what you are responsible for. What are your priorities? Have you prioritized and got everything done that you needed to get done today in accordance to your priorities, right? So if you have anything that you were supposed to do today that is a priority, right? And you need to get that done, allow yourself the grace and say, okay, well, maybe I didn't get it done earlier, but I know I need to get this done. And so I'm going to take the steps accordingly to get this done before the day is over, right? It's not about being lazy. It's not about doing nothing. It's not about I'll do it tomorrow. It's about tapping into your discipline with grace, allowing yourself to say, okay, I know I got to get this done, but if I need to get it done little by little, I will. I'm going to do that, but it's going to get done. It needs to get done, right? That's what that energy wants to say. With the new moon in Cancer, she wants to nurture that. She wants to give you, Divine Mother energy wants to give you the encouragement of, I know you can get this done. I believe in you. I trust that you have the discernment to know what to do with this information. I trust that you know how to respect yourself and respect me and honor the energy of love in its highest frequency by loving yourself and being able to succeed in all it is that you need to do with your energy and with your goals or your mission, whatever the case may be. And I'm speaking very vaguely because it's going to be different for everyone, right? For some people, it's what are you responsible for in your marriage? For some of you, it's what are you responsible in your household? What are you responsible in your project, in your career? What are you responsible with when it comes down to other souls, when it comes down to your engagements, whatever that is, right? Trusting that the Divine Mother is pouring into you the infinite wealth and abundance of everlasting, ever-growing water to nurture everything it is that you are to sow, right? And so right now you are utilizing that water to water your plants, to water the seeds, so to water your garden so that you can reap what it is that you sow, essentially, right? I did kept getting octopus energy, and in fact I actually want to show you during the pre-shuffle here. Is it the next one that I moved it, or is it still here? Oh, I think I moved it. I didn't move this one. I'll show y'all the card. Because I was like, oh, octopus spirit kept coming out. Hello, welcome. And so octopus, has very different ways of how that energy moves. It's it can be very intimidating. Uplift more, above, Ashe. I like that name. Octopus spirit can be very intimidating for someone who, may not have come into connection with that energy just yet. It's also connected to the hypothalamus gland. And so some of your hormones may be fully getting activated in that space. Some of y'all may be dealing with like control issues or needing to gain back control of your life. Like maybe you gave away all your power and you wasn't taking control of your own life, and spirit is saying like, you know, you're responsible for the decisions that you make and you can't let others control that decision for you, right? Or it could be like, you know, like, because it could be maybe you want to be in a relationship with somebody and your family is like going against it or something, and the decision has to come from you. And so taking back that power of authority or control into your life, you know, are you going to allow your mother or your father get in the way of your love life, right? Are you going to yeah, I don't know why that specifically is coming out, but it could even just be, you know, because what I'm seeing in my head, and this may be directed to a man or someone or not, but I'm actually visualizing like a masculine energy, a male in his teens almost. And the way that I see this is this male in his teen, and he's like just not in control of his life, and he's letting everyone make all the decisions for him in his life. But he has this like calling, this longing, this knowing of where he has to go, where he has to be. And he has like, God is like placing these people in his life to kind of remind him of his power and to kind of like give him the guidance and saying like, you know, you have the ability to like choose for yourself, right? You know that you don't have to like this person is trying to figure out their soul's purpose or their soul's journey, even though they have a like internal knowing, and their family is kind of against their like their gifts, their like spiritual gifts or their internal knowing of source. And they're just like taking a moment. I don't know if this is a valley or a park with like a lot of grass. Excuse me. But I see this boy, and I want to say boy, he's young, sitting in the grass and like looking at the sun and just having an epiphany, an aha moment of like, I can't do this. And I'm not going to let them take advantage of me anymore. I'm not going to let them, like, I can't do this. And like going back home and choosing to take his power back, choosing to say like, no, I have a say. Activating your throat chakra, speaking up for yourself in a way that is not a detriment to others, in a way that's not a detriment to yourself, in a way that's empowering, in a way that is utilizing your power responsibly. With great power comes great responsibility. And like knowing that what you have to say is important, knowing that all right, it could be that somebody here, and you don't have to be this boy, so take whatever messages resonate for you, right? You have words, right? Thank you. There's going to be moments in life when your words have a power of authority, a message to be heard, to be shared with the world. And when you let go of the fear of control, when you let go of the fear of control, you could allow everyone to hear the message that source is trying to use, to give. to share with others, right? And so for someone, this is about a throat chakra activation, all right? And so maybe needing to be patient with yourself as you come into this like power with your solar plexus, because when it comes down to control issues and it comes down to like reclamation of your power, that's a solar plexus type energy, right? Like your solar plexus may be moving counterclockwise and you're needing to move it a little bit clockwise, or whatever the case may be. Just really tapping back into you is kind of what I'm getting with that energy. For some of you, you may be feeling really, really creative at this time, but you're feeling like, just your projects are taking a little bit longer. Some of the things that you would like to do is taking a little bit longer. So that's where the patience is coming in, and knowing that whenever you are feeling like you are spinning out of control, just slow down. Thank you, Source. That's what Source is. And this is crazy. I don't know how this got on my screen. I'm literally just waving at everyone, but numbers just came through. So it's 4.29.24 T and a lowercase t. I don't know if that means anything for anyone, but I guess had to share that. What was it for? 29, 24. Oh, look, and I put a degree. 29, 24 T. I'm putting that in the comments. That's so crazy. Okay. I don't know if that's like a birthday. I don't know. 24, that's this year. So maybe something about April 29th of 2024 is significant for some of you. I don't even know. I gotta go back and look at the calendar for that. But Octopus spirit, and the hypothalamus. Yeah, so there's going to be certain activations in your hormones that's going to get you into a space of like really knowing how to, like, maybe some of y'all, it's about slowing down so that you can look at the energies around you. For some of you, this is about shape-shifting energies, camouflaging energies. Yeah, maybe some of y'all have been camouflaging yourselves. I'm not sure. But connecting with Octopus spirit is also a lot of intelligence there. The hypothalamus controls the rest of your nervous system there. It controls how your hormones move and stuff like that. So that also can be why they was talking about control system. I'm also hearing about captain of the ship, right? And so some of y'all may have a strong connection with Octopus spirit, may have a strong connection with water. And some of you may be feeling called to go to the ocean, to go to the water, to get this activation, to connect with Octopus. Some of you may actually be eating octopus and may be getting called to kind of slow down, maybe take a break from eating octopus. And just connecting with the spirit, the entity of the octopus, maybe not necessarily ingesting it, but just connecting with it. And some of you, it's like, no, actually eating the octopus, because they say like you are what you eat. But I'm really getting like the octopus spirit wants you to connect with the octopus without actually eating the octopus. Can some of y'all may have been feeling trapped in your mind a bit. Excuse me. And communication is trying to come through. Can y'all see that in the comments? I'm not seeing any comments. IG's been a little bit silly right now. But Octopus spirit, I really wanted to show you. Show y'all that other octopus card. I'm gonna show y'all that, and then I'm gonna get into a general collective reading. With that for the different elementals. Thank you. octopuses are really smart. So it could also be that, like, I feel like you're a really smart person for the individual who feels like certain insecurities about their power and hasn't really been sharing their voice like that. It's not even about fame. It's not even anything with social media. So I'm not sure if this is a message for somebody here that's watching me that's going to share it with somebody who doesn't really go on social media and they're going to pass the word forward, or if you just happen to come across this video. I don't even know if this, whoever I'm channeling, I'm not sure if I actually follow you or you actually follow me, but whatever this like you getting into your power, it's not even about, thank you, because I was like, what the fuck was I gonna say for a moment? It's not even about you needing to share your voice on like social media with the world in itself. Like sharing your voice even in your own household or even in your own relationships and your own connections is essentially sharing your voice with the world, because it's honoring your truth and getting into that space. And like you're gonna find a lot more abundance in that. And for those of you who are feeling like things are moving a little bit slower than you like, but you see how you're like, yeah, you're on a green light flow, like everything is still flowing for y'all, everything is still moving forward, it's just maybe taking a little bit longer than you would have liked. Things are gonna speed up a little bit later. They're saying the reason slow and steady wins the race is because actually when you're taking your time to slow down, we're actually getting more downloads, more uploads, whatever you want to fucking call it, more transmissions, more fuel, more energy, more information, communication, more abundance, more you're getting more. It's abundance. It's actually because essentially you're allowing yourself to connect more with what you love, or you're doing it from love because you're not giving up, and so you're doing it with heart. Yeah, all right. You're doing it with heart and you're not giving up, and this is giving you more abundance. This is giving you more love. Like rather than thinking about it, it's you're able to feel things through, and you're allowing the feelings to serve its purpose. And while that serving its purpose is leaving, when it's leaving, it's going where it's going, is growing where it's growing, is doing what it needs to do. And there's an emotional intelligence to it. So your mind is a part of that process, but it's actually flowing in a pace. Thank you. If y'all see me struggling with words, wholeness, Goddess, no worries. If y'all see it flowing at a pace that may be taking you a little bit longer, like trusting in that process, and whatever needs to go fast is gonna go fast also. But it's being the observer in your experiences right now, and operating like an octopus. I don't know why. That just keeps coming up. So we're gonna get into the freaking cards. I don't know why you're saying yes to, but yes. There was a card that was flipped over. All right, y'all. Oh, this is the card. It was the 8 of Cups in this deck. And so this is essentially connecting with the womb space. Also, this is talking about letting go, walking away from that which is no longer serving you, and allowing you to, when you let go of those 8 cups that you thought were serving you, essentially they're keeping your hands busy. They're keeping your hands full, right? They're keeping your hands full, and you're really having this like desire, this want for like your 10 cups, for the 10 of cups experience and sensation. But like some of y'all are resisting of like letting go of the 8 cups to get your 10 of cups experiences. And so for some of you, y'all are being told to nurture those 8 cups, and God is going to give you the 2 cups through someone else. Or like, well, they're also saying be mindful of that, because some people are going to end up depending on other people. Okay. So this is not about like depending on other people per se, but working in collaboration possibly with somebody else that has the other 2 cups, and that's where the 10 cups come from. I do see how your 8 cups could help other people, but essentially if you are being guided to let go of the 8 cups because God is trying to give you more cups, so here, let go of the 8 cups. Allow yourself to let go of that which is no longer serving you, that which served its purpose, and allow yourself to go in the direction where God actually has more for you. In some cases, what we think we want, right? In some cases, you could be holding on to these 8 cups because they're really pretty cups. They're really pretty cups. I really want this, God. And God's like, you're trying to hold on to that, to those cups, but I have a whole like set for you that is like high grade, super luxurious and extravagant, and all these things that more than you could have imagined. And you're actually going to have 2 more cups, because guess what? You'll have the 2 cups that the cup that you can cheer with your partner, and the 8 cups that other people can cheer in celebration of you with your partner in that. So this could be maybe pertaining to a partnership. Who knows? You know where it's flowing. But if somebody or something is being called to let go, let it go, and allow yourself to receive what is trying to be delivered to you, essentially. All right. For some of you, this is working on the womb space and valuing your womb space, valuing your connection with the Divine Mother, valuing your creative energy, your sexual energy, your energy in general, right? Okay, and this was the other octopus card. I'm sorry about like if this filter is making it difficult for y'all to see. But it has like the rainbow here. I think it's the filter, or it might be my lighting. All right, y'all. So I am going to read the octopus spirit afterwards. I am going to get into a tarot right now. So what is the general? And I did pre-shuffle for those of you that's just coming in. So let's see here. For this new moon in Cancer. And so this energy, essentially, whenever you're watching this video, even though I mentioned earlier in the video, like, yeah, the new moon had already came and passed and XYZ, the energies of the results of this, it's going to take about 2 weeks when it starts really showing you its totality of its energy when it gets to the full moon. And then you go back into the new cycle from the full moon and waning down back to the new moon. So essentially it is a new month, a new moon, a new month. So that's what the new moon's reading are. It's a reading of the month, essentially. That was a lot of cards. I'm not going to take all those cards. A general collective message for this new moon. There we go. Then I keep saying about 2 cups. We got the 2 of cups. I don't know why I put this filter. I might have to be filter off. Can I take off this filter? Y'all, forgive me. I'm trying to probably take off this filter. Because it's hard. All right, well, that's another filter, and it's kind of dark, but I need y'all to see. I'm so sorry. Can y'all see? Okay, cool. It might be the lighting in my room, but we have the 2 of cups here. I'm not sure what's going on with my lighting, y'all, today, so I apologize to all of y'all. But we got the 2 of cups here, so I really do feel like with this energy, it's about really the partnerships that the people that you are energetically exchanging with, right? Because she's holding, this is a 2 of cups, and traditionally when you see 2 of cups in other decks, there's 2 people holding the cups also. In this deck, there's 1 woman holding a cup, and there's another cup ready and available for someone else, or it's on reserve. You're waiting for someone to come in that position. That cup is on reserve. That space is on reserve. God got a space for somebody there on reserve. And do you have that space ready and available for them? It's like I have, there's an individual that follows me, and he made a comment in my DMs about you know, when you are ready for your lover, you prepare the table for 2. This read is deep in the ocean this Cancer season. Yeah. Preparing the table for 2. And when you're preparing the table for 2, you be prepared for God to send you somebody to sit on the other side of the table with you, right? Or even beside you, however you prepare that table. I need this filter off though, because it's too, that might help. That one was too dark. There we go. Unfortunately, it won't let me take out the filters at all anymore. I guess because I started the live with a filter, and I just didn't know my lighting was going to be like this. I'm not sure what's going on. So can I get any additional message? That was in the bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune here. All right, so major changes is going to come into your life. These changes are going to be really sensual, really impactful, really stimulating, really satisfying, right? Really pleasurable. Here, for some of you, it had to come with a breakup, right? For some of you, this is leaving like traditional religion behind. For some of you, even though you're leaving quote unquote traditional religion behind, it's like your marriage to your highest self allows you to be in true alignment with the spirituality of the words that was serving you. And that's why the throat chakra stuff had to take this with a grain of salt for whoever it is. But true marriage also, with the Hierophant here and the number 5, and this is also Taurus energy. And so with the Hierophant and Taurus energy, again, the throat, your toroidal field, and what are you speaking into your life? This is also marriage. This is the divine. This is the wisdom. This is the high priest, right? This is gaining keys. Some of you may actually be getting keys to a new house. Some of you may be moving in with somebody. If you are separating from your partner, this could be that you're moving into your own new place. So the separation caused you to get into a new place, moving into a new place. Perhaps it led to a divorce if y'all were actually married or something like that. But with this, like, you're going to find these keys bring you to marriage with yourself, essentially. For those of you who are, the owl spirit is coming through strongly now as well. With the number 39. So we have a lot of animal spirits that's wanting to come through. I wasn't planning on doing any animal reads. But you know, when it literally, like, that deck just fell on my leg and it it got stuck to the sweat of my calf. Right. So owl spirit wanting to come through, divine wisdom. You are getting, I have an owl totem, so do I. So this could be, you know, you getting into deeper, and welcome, Ashley, you getting into deeper marriage with yourself, right? Getting into deeper marriage. So essentially, I do feel like this is a marriage to yourself. This is an integration. This is you really gaining new keys, new access to versions of yourself that you didn't even know existed before. And so part of the 8 cups, you know, sometimes, you know, spirit is talking in the way that it needs to talk for whoever the messages is for, in the ways where, you know, sometimes we romanticize life, or we are always thinking about partnerships with others. But if you have been really getting into a space of like letting go, some of the things that you might need to let go of are things you think you even know about yourself. Loving yourself at another way that you couldn't even imagine. And I'm going to use myself as an example, right? Like, I remember a time where I smoked weed all the fucking time, every day, all day, like, I mean, and I was functioning. I could work. I could do everything, whatever. It didn't faze me, really. I mean, when I was sober is when people would think I was high, yeah, which was rare, far and few, right? Like, that's why they thought I was high, because I was always high and people didn't even know the freaking difference until I was sober. And then they was like, "Are you high?" And I'm like, it's actually the opposite. But, you know, I would party, I would drink, I would this, I would that. And spirit led me to a lifestyle where I'm sober. I'm, you know, there's nothing, I don't shame you for your experiences and wanting to smoke, wanting to drink, experimenting or healing with plant medicines and whatnot. Like, the way I look at plant medicine is so different now than like how I first looked at it before. I love teas. Like, I love tea, but my life went from listening to music banging loud, all of this, to quiet, to sober, to I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do these things. And not because it's a sin or it's bad, or my purpose, my journey brought me to this space. And then if I do engage in a drink or a smoke, like, this is the first year, this year specifically was the first year that I allowed myself to drink again, or even take a puff of like mixed herbs, right? Just the not even weed, but just smoking again, because I enjoy smoking. Like, the sensation, the oral fixation of smoking is just my thing. There's that fire element in me, you know? So, without judgment and stuff, but never could I have ever imagined, in my greatest version of imaginations and colors and thought forms and frequencies and all of that shit, that I know that there was this version of energy that existed in me for me to experience in this lifetime. Never did I think I could go days, years, months, years, all of it, right? With a sober lifestyle and still know how to have fun and do everything that I love to do and connect in the ways that I'm connecting. Like, I didn't know this version of me existed, right? the ways that I think, the ways that I speak, what I invest my energy into is so different than the old me, right? And sometimes we want to hold on to the versions of ourselves that we knew ourselves to be, or that we love ourselves. Like, I love that about me. Yeah, that's okay. You can. But if you're not loving yourself in that way anymore, and you feel like you want to change or need to change, it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to allow yourself to be like, yo, I feel lost. I don't even know what I look like anymore. Stop trying to compare what you think you need to look like your past, and allow yourself to write the story now. Allow yourself to learn what you are learning from yourself. Learn from yourself. Let go of the control issues was coming up earlier in conversation. And so maybe you need to allow yourself to let go and of the control of yourself. And you see, because people who have control issues that try to control everything outside of themselves, a lot of the times it's because they don't really have control within themselves, right? And so if you're experiencing control issues externalizing, like you're trying to control everything and perfect everything around you, it might be Spirit's way of saying, like, let go of the fucking perfection. Let go of the control issues of like, you really can't control everything outside of you. So just like allow yourself to like take back that power, control yourself for whoever that is for. And for some of you, you might be too much in control of what you think you need to be thinking, what you need to be eating, what you need to be doing. And allow yourself the experience of letting go and surrendering to your highest self, and how that is going to serve you now. And I hope this is making sense in the ways that the words are flowing, because I'm trying to make it make sense, y'all, for y'all. Did y'all hear that? The cats fighting out there? Oh my, not a boom boom fight. Listen, don't fight yourself. Don't fight yourself. Okay. The 8 cups could be your thought forms. It could be, I think I said something earlier about like your reputation. And so maybe you had, maybe you worked in corporate, or maybe held yourself at a certain standard because your reputation was a certain type of way, or maybe you were thinking about being famous. I think I said something about fame earlier too. So I don't know if it's about any of those things, but if you have had any of those thoughts, it's like, are you able to just do it for love and find out what that looks like for you and explore yourself in that way, rather than focusing on the reputation, rather than focusing on the fame, rather than focusing on all these other things that you think you need to focus on? Because essentially when you allow yourself to unfold for yourself, letting your ego be the observer in the experience, you are going to be changing into another version of yourself that you're going to find more pleasure in, more joy in. And it's gonna be more abundance. It's gonna be more fruitful. And so this is the thing, right? Fantasizing the future, right? Is like hoping. And a lot of people think that they're not operating on hope. Oh, I don't operate on hope. I only operate in my knowing. And so tomorrow's not really, there was a quote that was saying tomorrow's not promised. That is a hope. So every time we plan for the future, we are truly operating from a space in our imagination that is connected to hope, the entity of hope, the angel of hope. And that's okay. It's okay to be hopeful. It's okay to want to create a legacy for the future for yourself, and you should want that for yourself. And so allow yourself to hope, allow yourself to visualize bigger, and to let go also of the old versions of yourself. Rather than doing it for fame, do it for the hope of your highest good. That was a lot of words. I need a sip of water. Give me a moment. I mentioned a little boy, but I'm also getting goddess power. Somebody may be activating divine mother energies in them. Goddess power. God is power. Okay. When you do it for the power of love rather than the love for power. I love that. That is when you will see. Somebody's changing their marital status that is watching this. You have a grandmother spirit that has been guiding you. I got chills all over. She has been guiding you through into this new position for yourself. Oh, thank you. Spirit wanted me to kind of go back to where I was talking about like the codependency. It's not about being in a space of like codependency, but about collaborations right now. Collaborating. Yeah, so the Six of Pentacles here. The Six of Pentacles here. So your energetic exchanges here. And yeah, being mindful of your energetic exchanges. We have the Four of Pentacles here. There could have been, you know, if you have been feeling tight on money or something like that, this could be, you know, you collaborating with others, you asking or getting a loan or something, maybe getting a scholarship, getting some sort of funding of some sort. Sponsorship. Thank you. Maybe somebody's looking for a sponsorship. If you are looking for a sponsorship or you have been putting that out, you know, you might have to take your time. There's going to be a lot of changes in the collective when it comes down to their finances anyways, the economy and whatnot. But I do feel as if there is going to be an approval. Somebody here is single. I'm getting a single individual. You could be a female. I was talking about the 10 cups earlier. When I said approval, these cards wanted to come out. So we have the King of Wands in the bottom of the deck here. All right. But we have the 10 of Cups and we have the 6 of Cups here. All right. This could be about reminiscing on some past love. We do have maybe some of y'all could be going into reconciliation. Maybe some of you, this could be about your divorce, you know, your past lover, you separating in that and you getting your fair exchange financially when it comes down to like your investments or their investments and stuff like that. If you had a business and you was worried, if you have a business and you were in a partnership and you was afraid that they were going to take more than their fair share, Spirit is saying no. Spirit is saying no. It's gonna be in fairness. They may have been overtaking. They may have been taking more and leaving your cups empty. So essentially, they were draining you. Excuse me. Oh, that's a little bit of a heavier energy. All right. So it looks like I'm tapping into a lot of love, a lot of love readings type stuff. I don't always do that. So if I'm all over the place, like I said, take what resonates for you. This is a general collective reading, so it's going to be general, and it's gonna be tapping into the collectives of whatever collective it's tapping into. Right? For this new moon, silly ass. If you would like a personalized reading for you, you can DM me, you can email me at switchingdacode@gmail.com, and we can schedule your one-on-one from there. But going back into the general readings here, right? The slowing down is going to allow for you to see why you were being called to separate from those that you need to separate, and why you were being called to get activated with those that you are getting activated with, because that is part of the sacred marriage of your wholeness. Essentially, in the wholeness of your divine being, there is no separation. But in the physical, in this space, for the purpose of your soul's journey, some of that energy may have been slowing you down, slower than you need to be already moving. And it's not to blame anyone outside of you, because you are responsible for your energy and what you allow yourself to accept and receive, just as much as you allow yourself to give out and project. So taking the responsibility of your allowance literally became allowance energetically, even to your finances, even energetically to your frequency and how you're operating in your abundance, and restricting yourself in the areas that you have been restricting yourself. And even like the barriers that was like you wanted, perhaps some of y'all created some boundaries, that was meant to keep other energies out, but essentially you ended up keeping yourself out of certain experiences that was already encoded or embedded in your DNA, that's in direct alignment with your highest good, with your highest version. And so because we're not separate from our highest self, it's just a consciousness experience of that. We could be getting in our own way until we allow ourselves to be open to receive ourselves in that way, which means having to trust ourselves fully and truly, to remove the layers, the layers of skin, the layers of energy, of densities that is, I want to use the word bound, but it's like sources like, you're not binded by that. You could break that at any fucking time. And that's the truth. The imaginary shackles that we keep ourselves in because we feel like there's something to protect in that space. So essentially this energy, as you're being the observer, what's coming through is that by next month, right, coming into the next new moon in Leo, and by the Lion's Gate, there is going to be a little bit more momentum from that which you have observed and slowed down with and allowed yourself to integrate with. There was something else that I wanted to say, but I guess, excuse me. Wow. Okay. I don't know what else I was going to say. I know it was with moving into ascension, into an elevation, like elevated, you will be elevated. The Eight of Pentacles. All right, you might be called to, like, there's, because of you slowing down, right, and focusing on your mission now. Just, you know how, like, within the Eight of Pentacles, they're working, they've mastered their gift, they're working on it so they master it. So, like, you may feel like you're doing the tedious things over and over, or you're doing, like, the work, the disciplines, you're moving at a slower pace, you're being patient, because there was something about perfectionism before, and letting go perfectionism, but still not giving up on your journey. Right? So putting in the work, doing the work. So essentially you can have a successful harvest. You can reap what you sow. You know, in certain, this is the Seven of Pentacles, and she's about to reap her harvest, right? And in some cases, the Seven of Pentacles, you know, if you're thinking, okay, well, it went from 8 to 7, you know, the way that it could be an unfulfilled or unsuccessful harvest, but what I'm getting here with that is that the harvest is not finished. It's not over. So you could be feeling like that right now, but there's still more to be. There's still more work in the garden. So you're putting in more work in the garden, and you're going to continue to reap what you harvest as you're putting in the work in the garden. Yeah, as you let go of the traps in your mind. Let go of the I can'ts, the inability to think positively about yourself, the inability to trust yourself, like letting that go, letting go of the doubts, letting go of the fears, letting go of the insecurities, letting go of all of that. I feel like I'm kind of repeating myself, and welcome to everybody that's just come. Leanne, I love you. To everybody that's coming in. Here we have the Queen of Cups here with the World card. So I'm just going to kind of like stop there real quick, and then I'm going to get to reading about the Octopus spirit. So with the Queen of Cups, and the World card here, I really do feel like that's you really being in tune with your emotions, you really being in tune with your sensuality, with your sexuality, with your intuition, with your psychic abilities, with your spiritual abilities, you being in tune with your visions, your dreams, right? Like really listening to what your dream, or seeing what your dreams are telling you. And rather than being an scapegoat, or trying to escape, like what are your coping mechanisms? Okay. Rather than using like certain coping mechanisms as escapism, letting go the escapism and really looking at how the world is being shaped for you, and how are you containing the energies like that. I did a live, yes, I think it was yesterday, with a sister, and I was talking about, like, you know, be like water, and the sound frequencies and the cymatics of it, and how we speak to us really, you know, creates our reality. And essentially the thoughts you have in your mind, your body listens to that, and it projects that out into the world, and that becomes your experience. So with the Queen of Cups and the World, I really do feel like this is about you as a container, an energetic container for the world. And the world being how you are whirling in your toroidal field, and allowing that to stimulate you and project outward into your worldly experience. Focusing on what you want rather than what you don't want. There is stillness coming through here again, with the number 52. All right. I'm hearing Peacekeeper and Earthkeeper here. For some of you, this could be going into stillness for meditation, to regulate, transmute any intrusive thoughts, any overstimulation. Some of you are going to be losing energetic weight. Some of you, your facial features may be changing because of your actual upgrades, that light frequencies, the codes. So your body's going to be changing. You're going to see physical changes in your body. For some of you, this is about a career change too. Like, you know, you may have been putting a lot of energy out and maybe not feeling like you're getting the same energetic reciprocation in return, like a return of investment, right? Due to it. And so there could be certain changes that's happening with that and certain guidance, but like not giving up on your journey. And for some of you, that's where like partnerships and collaborations are going to come into. So essentially with the Two of Cups, you know, she has that cup, right? We were talking about relationships, but this could also go into partnerships and like business and stuff, right? It's like preparing a table for two. You can put an offering out there and be ready to, you know, if they accept the offering, then it's there. The cup is there. It's already been prepared for them, right? And if they don't, then it's okay. You're not lacking anything. You have this individual. You have 2 cups. You have something to offer. You're giving the experience to another person to experience with you, to share with you. So there's an abundance here. There's not a lack. If you are feeling some sort of like lack mentality, then the abundance of the lack mentality needs to be transmuted and shifted into an energetic frequency that is like, wait a minute, I'm so abundant that I have so many abundant thoughts about lack. This is crazy. I have an abundance of thoughts. I'm overthinking. How can I just think and give this overabundance energy into another space, right? Pour it into another energy, into another purpose, if you will, right? Hi, Lula. Because you have offerings, you have things to offer. So the right person is going to come in and is going to be able to cheer with you. So it could also be that maybe you needing to be patient while others are releasing, and while you are patiently waiting, are patiently being in your position, right? Those that are meant to meet you there will finally be able to go and celebrate with you. Remember, I mentioned about letting go the 8 cups, getting the 10 cups, and you cheering with your partner and others, the other people, 8 other people holding up the cups in celebration, right? With that, of that sacred marriage, and I'm saying sacred marriage, but I'm not talking about a literal marriage. I'm talking about a harmonious symphony of energies coming into union, into oneness with each other. This could be friendship. This could be a relationship. This could be mother-child, mother-husband, whatever relationship it is. It can be partnerships amongst your peers, partnerships with your soul connections, essentially, right? So it feels really good. There's a lot of changes. I know I said a lot of different stories. Let me go and read what it says for the octopus here. So octopus, because octopus came in really strong, heavy. You could be a really intellectual individual. You could be thinking about things and helping people navigate through, maybe multitasking in ways that people don't necessarily know how to multitask. Maybe you're feeling like you're juggling, right? Let me see. Do I still have that card out? I think I moved it away. Yeah, like the octopus is doing so many things at once at the same time. So there is also like, are you so abundant in your options that your energy is scattered and you haven't quite centered yourself? So maybe you're feeling like you just need to slow down and get some rest to center yourself, because maybe you're all over the place. I didn't even think about that earlier, but like Spirit likes talking to everybody in the room the way Spirit likes talking to everybody in the room. All right. I mentioned boundaries earlier with the octopus spirit, so here we are. Hopefully, whoever the messages were for, y'all are still here and listening, because I'm finally reading what it says about the octopus. And I mentioned direction, and I mentioned boundaries. So the key words are reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries, and direction. The octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind, paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. The octopus intertwines itself into others people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that's what it means to be quote unquote close. If you notice, after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries. Be patient and firm. It may be a very old habit that needs to change. When this energy is balanced, it is interested and engaged and intelligent. When this energy is out of balance, it is needy, it is clingy, and it lacks courage. To bring this energy into balance, space to oneness, and talk therapy. I said throat chakra activation. I don't know what else I said, but clearly I said what the freak needed to be said, because that's how spirit works. Hi, Kaya. So, it sounds like there is a solar plexus to crown conversations that's being done, or crown to solar plexus conversation that's being done, but there's some throat chakra resistance that's allowing the transmission to flow naturally. And so that's where, and truthfully, when you're having throat chakra resistance, right, that needs clearing, the womb space, right? We spoke about the womb space. So there's something where the throat in itself is being, I don't know why I'm recalibrated, but there's things with the yoni that allows in the womb space. So maybe stimulating. Oh, that's what's to come out. There we go. Allowing allowing yourself to breathe into your womb space, whether you are a man or a woman. Men do not have physical wombs, but you have an energetic womb. Allowing yourself to connect to the womb. All right, woman, for the divine feminines, connecting with your yoni, breathing with your yoni, and breathing with your yoni, with your lungs, and essentially making that one breath, one air, one pulse through the womb. Bring it up. Exhale through the throat. Feeling the sensations, right? The yoni, the womb, the sacral and the throat have so the vihistara have a beautiful symmetry of energy and the way that they flow. We have a cervix in our throat. We have a beautiful cervix that opens up. So opening up the cervix of your womb of creation, to open up the cervix of the womb of creation, to allow the synastry of energy to flow between your solar plexus and your crown, so that energy can move in harmony, so that you can let go of the control and you can be in control. When you let go of the control, you be in control, essentially, in that, but not let it go in a ways that you're giving it away per se. You're just allowing yourself to be. Be in it, yeah. And putting those boundaries for yourself. Take a sip of water real quick before I keep talking, because that was a lot of energy work that just moved. Ooh, excuse me, one more. Maybe another one. There we go. Yeah, if y'all hear me burping, that's just me releasing energy. I'm literally, y'all can't really see me, but I'm like holding. I'm holding where my solar plexus is, by the esophagus there, and just allowing the energetic flow. And so you could also do some tapping. You could take your pointer and middle finger and just breathe. Essentially, I don't always breathe with the mouth out, but maybe somebody's doing that. I usually breathe in and out through the nose. So taking a deep inhale through the nose here, and extending that breath down to your arm, to your pointer and middle finger. As your pointer and middle finger is holding and pointing to the solar plexus, and feeling that energetic exchange, holding your breath. Exhale slowly through the nose. Okay, doing that 2 more times. And yeah, so okay, you will inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth slowly, but rather than mouth open, you want throat to exhale. Okay, so taking a deep inhale here, and again, as you're inhaling, you're going to inhale, bringing the energy in and down through your arm. You can use either arm, but I'm feeling called to do the right arm for your masculine, to control that energy flow in there, bringing the energy so that you can be in your power, be empowered in your solar plexus and your light frequency. And then on the exhale, you're bringing it up and out through the throat. So taking a deep inhale here. Hold it. And slowly exhale through the throat, out the mouth without opening the mouth too much. And then on the last breath, try to bring your, and you could do this with all the breaths right now. I'm just kind of giving you the transmission as I'm receiving it as well, right? So taking a deep inhale up through the crown, from the crown down. So you're going to bring it up and down, like essentially like a cane, right? Like Santa Claus or something. Like you're going to bring your inhale up, the focus up to your crown. From the crown, you're going to bring all that information and energy down through the arm, through the arm, through the arm, into the solar plexus, so that your highest self is essentially empowering your core, the core of your essence of your being, to be activated and illuminated with great power and great responsibility and confidence. And then you're going to hold that breath. And then you're going to bring it up and out through the throat. So inhale. Exhale. You can bring your hands together and rub them, feeling that heat, that chi, with the heat of one hand and the coolness of the other, integrating. Bringing your hands to your heart center in perfect love and perfect trust. It is done. Bringing it to your ajna, your third eye. As you will it, it is so. And you trust and know the process. Bring it down to your womb as a downward triangle. As above, so below, so it is. Walking in your truth. Living in the safety of your serenity and your authenticity. Magnetically attracting healthy, meaningful connections in your creations to co-collaborate with you and multiply the lavish abundance of the universe with you in honor of your highest and greatest good. Bringing your hands back up, keeping the triangle, bringing it to heart center, closing your hands into prayer Anjali. Taking a deep inhale, bowing your head in grace and gratitude for your highest self, for your completeness, for all versions of yourself in all timelines, realms, and dimensions of existence to be fully integrated. And when you're ready, exhale, release, and open your eyes. That is a transmission. That is an invocation. That is an activation for those that feel like that's what you would like to do for this experience. If you do this and you would like to share, I would love to know what you were feeling, what the experience was, and I just look forward to hearing from you all. This is so awesome, but I have to go, sadly. Thank you. Please save the live if you can. Absolutely. No worries, no pressure. I'm going to take a sip of water. For those of you that's watching, if you have water next to you, during these transmissions and activations, hydration is key for the energy to keep moving, for the energy to stay amplified and cleansed and pure in its activation. And so your body can also integrate that energy properly. And your organs can settle into that energy, right? Thank you. So hydration check, drink some water. All right, y'all, that was a great transmission. How are you all feeling? Who's still here with me? I know a lot was said, a lot was done. Yeah, I didn't read about the owl spirit or the other ones. I just kind of felt like I needed to read that for whoever and needed to. I can look at number 39 is there. I don't even have the book for that. Oh, it's over there. But I love owls. Owls are very wise, very wise. So this could just be, your totem, your spirit guides, coming through for you as a guardian, as a protector, as divine wisdom is moving to you, through you, for you. Excuse me. And yeah. May the messages serve for your highest and greatest good. I know I said I was going to do for the elements, but let me see here what our time is looking like. I kind of just feel like this is really complete, to be honest. I don't want to force anything more than I should. So I am going to say we are complete right now. If I do feel called to do more of the elements or the zodiacs, I will do that. For those of you on the YouTube and that's watching this, I do post daily or almost daily the astrology for personal development. And so it's more like, how does this energy activate, and the potential ways it has to activate, and what does that mean for quote unquote me. Essentially, it's still generalized though, right? Because I'm not looking at your personal chart. So you can definitely take a look at that as well. For those of you that's here on Instagram and watching, I do plan on coming again. I'm actually going to end this live and come back and just do like Q&A with y'all. If y'all would like some Q&A, and maybe I'll still pull, but as of right now, as far as like energetic reading for this, I kind of feel like this is complete. It feels complete. It feels done. So I'm going to honor that. Until next time, peace, love, and wholeness. Peace in, love all, and be in your wholeness. Ashe.